you know, doing everything that we're supposed to be doing. I work out, I drink my shakes, you know, all the vital behaviors. But the one thing that has changed, and I want to know if it's changed for you guys as well, is that, you know, I've been researching a lot with Facebook, Instagram, and I know a lot of the algorithms have changed. I talked to a lot of my team. Brandy Botts is my upline coach, and she and I have talked about this. You know, I feel, and a lot of other coaches feel, that our posts are offering free challenge groups, offering 21-day challenge groups. They're not getting the traction that they were. And I feel like all of a sudden, this has just been for me in like the last couple months, it feels like all of a sudden, and you know, I've read and I've been on trainings and webinars where they're saying that so many people have been, you know, Facebook knows that so many people now are using Facebook as their business. And that they have done polls to ask people, and people have said, you know, they kind of wanted to go back to what it was originally, which was just keeping in touch with people that from, you know, across the country, across the world. And so I think Facebook is making it tougher for us, anybody that's doing network marketing, for their things to be seen. And I'm strictly talking right now just about my Facebook page. I do have a like page, and that is even harder. So for me, what I'm focusing on right now is really trying to find other ways to build my network. You know, we are Beachbody coaches. We are this is our business though. So sometimes you have to step away from everything that we're learning from Beachbody, friending, you know, they say 3 to 5 people a day. I tell my coaches 10 to 15 a day, but you need to kind of step out of Beachbody, get into like an entrepreneur, into a business sense, and start looking at how to increase your business, because it's all about how many eyes we have on us, how many people are seeing our work. You know, I feel like we put a lot into our posting. We put a lot into our challenge groups, you know, and if nobody's seeing it, then, you know, what are we really doing all of this for? I mean, you know, we're doing it also for ourselves to stay healthy, but, you know, we do want more people, you know, to help and to join our team and to join our challenge group. So that has been my focus. I joined, you know, there's Amy Porterfield and Samantha English. There's a lot of people that do these trainings, and they really show you how to branch out. I'm doing one right now. Her name is Samantha English, and she's really kind of showing us how to really work our like page. And so right now, that's my focus. I'm trying to take one aspect of social media and making that my focus. I am on Instagram, and I'm starting to learn more about that. But for me, I just feel like I need to master one thing, and then I will move over to Instagram. And I know Snapchat is huge right now, but you know, in this training, I realized that I've been doing so many things wrong with my like page. I've been, you know, boosting and spending a lot of money on ads, but I haven't been setting the ads up the right way. And it's been a waste. You know, I have like over 4,000 likes, but I don't think it's the right demographic. I think that's why I'm not, you know, getting back what, you know, I'm wondering why these people aren't wanting to join my challenge groups and why they're not, you know, commenting and liking on it. I'm not getting the interaction I feel like I should be. And it's because it's the wrong demographic. So I feel like I'm completely starting from scratch with my like page, even though I have that many likes on there. And I'm learning a lot about that. I mean, for me, I would even like to, and I've been trying to figure this out, I would even hire someone that could really help me in this area, because I really believe that what we offer is amazing and we could really help people and this stuff works. And so, you know, why not kind of make it where, you know, you're treating it like a business and you're actually, you know, I haven't found, sorry, I'm seeing like messages come up. Megan, what are you saying, Jesse's social media?
Jesse Regan, I don't know if you've heard of him. He does, it's called Social Team Builder. It's a course just to build your like page. I started it December. And my like page is now, it went from like 800 likes to now over 11,000, but they're finally starting to get targeted. And he teaches you how to run ads, like how to set it up exactly like you were saying for your target.
I'm in it with Megan, but I just started in like February or March, maybe April. And I'm up a ton of likes. I got like 8 of my SC points from my like page this month. And the reason you're not getting love is because you're not running ads. If you're running the right ads, Facebook wants you not to connect with friends. They want you doing business. They want you on your like page. They want you running ads, period.
Yeah.
And your affinity is 100% affected by spending money on ads.
Yeah.
If you are spending $3 a day on your like page, your reach goes up exponentially.
Yeah.
And when you stop the $3, your reach goes down lower. So they reward, and they also are very careful. Facebook is really analyzing our posts, and what they think is valuable, they will send everywhere. And if they think what you're putting out is not valuable, you'll get that reach of 50. They will flat stop you. Now, I don't know how they know that I'm putting out an ad for this as opposed to that, but they know. They know every single time. Because if I try to sneak in something, I mean, there's not somebody sitting there looking at my Facebook ad, but there's some way they're so sophisticated.
Yeah.
The reason to use that like page is the analytics. So using those analytics, my reach went from nothing to over 30,000 people now. I have 9,600 people on my like page. My videos are being viewed. I'm getting comments. I had 4,300 comments and, interactions. So likes, comments, shares this week. It's typically that much. And I just started this. So it is huge.
Yeah.
To understand Facebook. Huge. And forget your personal page. It's just, put some pictures on it. Connect with your friends. It's going to do nothing for your business in the long run because they're going to take away. They do take away accounts. Somebody got their account, suspended because of doing business on their regular page. And my coaches are taking a big risk, and I knew I had to move over to my like page. And Megan, I'm just following in her footsteps. She started before I did. But Jesse Regan's is very pinpointed and very specific and very,
Yeah, it sounds like
a lot of work.
Yeah, Samantha English is very good too. She definitely takes you, holds your hand and takes you every step of the way. I mean, it's, I've just started it, so I'm really liking it. But I agree with you guys. I think that is something that, we all really need to focus on. And I don't tell my team enough, to start a like page from the get-go, which I think, especially once I finish this training, I think that, I'll be more knowledgeable and be able to maybe do a video on it for my team or explain it. But, it is all about, all about how many people are seeing what we're posting because, we are posting good stuff. Yes, new coaches, you have to kind of be on them to kind of explain to them what they should and should not post. But once they get it, it's all about being seen. And I just feel like I have not been like my likes and comments have dropped significantly, the last few months. But you're right. I kind of post what I post on my like page. I post on my regular Facebook page. I also started an accountability group that's just called Welcome to My World. I didn't want it to be about fitness or whatever. And I just added every single friend that was a woman, not coach, but no coaches, but all my woman friends in there. And that way they get a notification. They're definitely going to see my post every day. So, I make sure that I'm posting in that one every day as well. But yeah, I mean, I that was one thing that is, I've wanted to kind of like talk about today and see what everybody else is doing. And I do think the like page is the way to go, and where, our business is going to grow. So
you do a lot of videos?
Yeah, I started doing videos. I like to do the live videos, and if I do a workout video, I'll do a video and then just, crop it and put it in. But yeah, no, I've been doing a lot of the live videos, which I think get a lot of traction too on Facebook.
You do a live video every day?
Not every day, but I try to.
You have to do a video every day, preferably live. That'll get you the most traction with Facebook. The next is, a recorded video. Never give a link taking you off of Facebook. Don't give a YouTube link or anything like that. Facebook will punish you for taking people off of Facebook. So be careful with that. The only recipes I really post are mine with my picture. And honestly, I just do a live video, even if I look like hell. I take that thing and I say, look, I'm making shrimp, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll put the recipe in the comments or in the post. But I'll use those tasty videos, anything that's a video.
Yeah.
Gets huge reach. And the bigger your reach, the better it's going to be. Are you adding friends? Where are you adding friends from? Friends of friends?
I always go to see mutual friends, and I always take a quick scan of mutual friends. And if there have any other coaches in there or anybody, then I don't add them. I move on.
That is the long road to a challenge pack. Those are the people that you might sell a year later, 6 months later. If you run a like campaign on your like page to get likes, targeted likes, you can go really fast with people because they're signing up for you. Use one of your workout videos as an advertisement. People that like your page because of it they already like you. They already want to know about your fitness. You go much faster.
And go friend them.
They will like your page, and then I friend them if they're somebody that I think will be, that I can connect with.
Yeah.
But they're the ones, and also anybody that comments on your page, make them a priority. If they comment on your page, you're interacting with them. You're on their page, liking and commenting. Encourage it, because the more you do, ask a lot of questions. Everything should be a question and not a, do you guys like to blah? Yes. It has to be, what is your favorite da-da-da, and then you try it out. Just ask a ton of questions, post a ton of videos, and get your friends from your like page, not from your personal page. I almost don't even bother doing it anymore.
Well, I'm loving the conversation. And Megan posted something on the chat that I'm very interested to hear more on. Megan, you said you don't personally have them start their like page until they're at least a diamond, or if they decide to start it on their own. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah, the only reason is because I know, like, when I wish I started mine earlier, but it's just so much in the beginning, and I feel like a like page is a whole other beast. So I think you can still build strategically on your regular page without being salesy and without getting shut down. I built totally to 5-star on my regular page. I didn't even have and I wasn't being salesy. I don't think I would have gotten shut down at all because I was doing so much private messaging that I think that's like really where a lot came from. I personally, Sandra, still do the adding of mutual friends when it pops up. Like we have like 100 mutual friends, someone from high school. I do. And I've actually signed 2 people this month from that. Wow. But I agree. It is the long-term. It totally is long-term, but I still think that's valuable. But yeah, I agree. I don't have them start until they're diamond, but I've noticed my business builders who are just take initiative people, they've started it without me telling them to start it. So that usually happens naturally.
And if I could chime in just a little bit, Megan, and I'm going to have you continue on. I want you to continue this conversation. And where I want to make sure that we are focusing our attention or on this conversation is somebody who's brand new, a cute little mom who has no business background. And she take me from Megan, take me from sign up to to starting to actively do the business. What I'm trying to get at is my fear is that we're trying to get people to the business quicker than they are ready to get there. That we are pushing them in the direction where maybe it's a little bit too early. Granted, I think everybody should get there eventually, but there's this baking, marinating process that needs to happen. And if we push them too far too fast, it may end up biting us in the butt in the end. I'm curious on your thoughts on how you do that with your team.
No, I agree. Because I know when I started my like page, I was overwhelmed. I was like, oh my gosh, this is too much stuff. I outsourced a lot of it because I was at that level where I could afford to outsource a little bit. And I just don't like making cover photos. I don't like planning out stuff. That's not my forte. So I know, like, I'd rather have someone get to Emerald and then get to Emerald again and then get to Emerald again and just focus on the basics and don't worry about all the extra fluff, like a like page, like doing your regular and Instagram. I agree with Sandra. I think if people are trying to do too many at once, it's just they don't want to do anything. And I notice my coaches who take on a lot by themselves, I don't encourage it, they end up not doing anything. I have one coach who he is so committed to growing his like page, but he's not messaging people. He's not inviting. He's relying on that. And I'm like, that my like page is taking off now, 6 months later from when I started this course. It takes time. And so as a new coach, if you're just doing that in your first 6 months, it's so discouraging. So, yeah, I really just focus on let's get to Emerald and then do that again and then do that again. And then
the other thing is you don't want a coach that, is trying to hit Success Club 5 so they can at least have their shakes and fees paid for, starting to put in money for ads. A lot of times when coaches come on, they have to kind of prove to their partner that, this is going to make me money. And if they're shelling out for Shakeology and the business fee and the club membership, and then all of a sudden they start putting money into ads, it's just not
like I'm making nothing. I'm just putting it all out. And I agree. And my coaches who have made a like page on their own, they were those exceptions who they were diamond. They got to diamond really quickly. Or they are making
connections really bad
because they're recruiting a ton. My connection's bad?
I can hear you.
Okay. Or they're just recruiting a ton, So like I have one girl, she's not diamond yet, but she signs at least 5 people a month, at least. Like she's making about $1,000 a month with Beachbody. So she doesn't mind investing a couple hundred in ads because she knows that it'll get her to that level. So I agree. I wouldn't even spend money. I was so cheap. I would not spend money until I hit 5-star. And even then I was like, I don't want to spend money on ads. So
that's a great point that, I haven't even thought about, because the finances, the what you put in is, if it's too much too early, like it's really hard to see down the road you making money. Granted, I'm not saying all of this needs to happen, but there is a time frame, and we want to make sure that they feel positive, that they feel good, and that they're moving at a pace that puts them in the right direction. Laura, let's hear from you.
I was going to say that doesn't mean that they can't start a like page and use it like a personal page. You know what I mean? They can still, like, if they don't have much of a Facebook presence, at least getting comfortable with posting, even if the posting is just happening on the like page. You know what I'm saying? Because start them on the platform. You can plant the seeds of the ads, like I do, like kind of like more leadership training on ads or something that's a little bit higher level, but still the focus is always the vital behaviors, but just having them get comfortable with posting on their like page. I think as a leader, like on my team, I show my team that they have to, from the beginning, like if they have a good warm market, I have a really strong warm market, so I don't feel comfortable abandoning my personal page. I mean, so many of my coaches are warm market, so many of my customers are warm market, and if I just closed it and expected everybody to follow over to my like page, I would lose a lot of people. I get that there's that in between, and I listen to Jesse's training, I'm in it too, and like that you shouldn't do that, and you should just run your business from your like page. But I think it is hard. And especially I treat coaches kind of individually. If they are business minded and they want to hit the ground running and start doing a like page and start being involved in all of that, then I don't hold them back and I give them those tools. But And I also have coaches that are like, I had a really terrible past and I don't really want to use my warm market. I would rather completely start fresh with a cold market. And then I encourage them to do a like page. So I think it kind of depends on the person. But a like page, I think it's really hard to run a like page when you're working full time. Like, it, not that it's hard, but like to really analyze the analytics and figure out the ads and figure out what's working. It can be totally overwhelming to a new coach too.
All of this can be overwhelming.
It's overwhelming to me, and it's like.
But Miguel Carrasco, for example, and I don't do this, but Miguel Carrasco, when his coaches sign on, he tells them they have to spend $200 a month on advertising on their like page.
But I mean, look at his background
from the get-go. But
I mean, he worked for where, Microsoft, or like was.
Is that why?
Oh yeah, that's his background's completely in software and tech. So I mean, sure, if I could say I will guarantee you make X if you're willing to spend this.
I would never say that. I would never.
But it's hard to. I mean, he's got it down to a science. I don't remember where I heard him talking about saying that if he posts an ad that's calling out for new coaches or for whatever, him and his wife have to clear out the next few hours for just answering conversations because they get that much of a response. I mean, cry me a river. Yeah, poor Miguel. But that's when you really have it down.
Yeah. So I have 4 coaches that just signed up for Jesse's training, which I'm very excited about because they see that I'm doing it. So they want to do it.
I wish I did it first because I had a whole bunch of like 6 of us all joined together, and it was so super overwhelming that we all fell off. I do wish that I went through it more first before
I'm glad I did, because honestly, we probably all would have quit. Because I mean, there was one point, you probably saw it when I said I'm like frustrated to tears, and
yeah, we all quit.
They had to pull me off the ledge because I couldn't figure out iMusic. But this way, at least they'll start and I can help them. And I'll tell you right now, there is no way I could teach Jesse's training to my team. No, there is no way I could do it. I can recommend the training. I can give them some hints, but it's too much. I could not possibly teach my team what I've learned.
And I think you having the success first is enough to convince them. Mm-hmm. And you can kind of give them little pointers along the way. But I agree. I wish I had done it myself, gone through the training, and then encourage them to do it after seeing my success.
Luckily, you can go through it again because we're in it forever.
Mm-hmm. So it's very similar to the one that I'm in. They add you to a Facebook group. She does bi-weekly calls, Zoom calls. And so, yeah, I'm sure it's very similar, and I'm going to keep pushing through it and, making sure that I focus on that. I will probably do a little video for my team and just maybe tell them like the takeaways that I got from it and give them the option to do it. But for me, it's all like Megan said. I mean, I'm 6-star qualifying right now, and I have that one coach that keeps dropping for one reason or another. And I am so not focusing on rank anymore. That was what got me in my, 2015 is where I was working with 3 other success partners that were very, we were all pushing, and we all hit it together. All 4 of us hit 5-star in November together. And I look back and I'm just, this year was all about like keeping it together. And so I made sure my second business center was all working coaches. And from this point on, that's all I care about, is really not even recruiting. I don't even recruit anymore. Like, I've stopped doing, for a while at least, I've stopped doing sneak peeks and events and calls, because I honestly am just looking for challengers and giving them so much love in my challenge groups and having them reaching out to them through private message, because I'm honestly just like so done with dealing with the Wednesday nights. Kevin,
I'm right there with you. I hit it in November too. And you know what? It's stress like stress. I can't stand Wednesday. I couldn't stand Wednesday nights. Now I forget about them. I don't care. I'm worried about, I want to build a strong team. That's it. strong team. I don't care about rank. I want to build volume. I want to help build five $50,000 earners, eventually 5 stars. I don't care about rank anymore. It'll come, but
It'll come.
Not at the price of my mental health.
Absolutely. I mean, and I did bring on 2 coaches that were not challengers and new to Beachbody, and they honestly, it is so much hard training and being a mentor to a coach that has no clue about Beachbody and our products. And honestly, she's fallen off already. And that was the first time where someone told me that I don't think this is for me. And I was like, you know what? I totally agree. I could not do it anymore. I mean, the challenge pack she purchased to become a coach, she asked her mom what video she wanted. She wasn't drinking Shakeology. She was doing a bikini competition where I told her about Body Beast and how Autumn did it. And you can post your gym, but you can also post that. No. And, challengers do make the best coaches. I was a challenger. I get it. So that is where my focus is now. So
I think that's great.
Building my network.
I think that's great. I think that these are the right focuses.
I have a video I can share with you guys. I have a mastermind group, and every Wednesday we meet, and we all same thing. We're all just stressing out about rank, and especially I was just talking to Kevin about that. Between 5 and 10, it's purely recognition. There's nothing, and I'm stressing over 7. I'm what does that do for me? Nothing. And so, but I know the good thing is the girls on my team who are Diamond, they want to hold it for themselves. So that's why I'm
good.
It's not me pushing them at all. They're no, I'm not losing my Diamond. So therefore I'm okay, great. I'll help them hold it. But Chelsea Pearson, it took her 4 years to go elite. And then the 4th year she was millionaire, I think, something like that. And she was watching everyone get recognized while she was building for income. And it's a video. I haven't watched it yet.
Chelsea Pearson's income video is amazing.
Yeah, I'll post it for you guys.
Amazing.
The money that she made, I came across one of her income progression posts from a year ago, and a year ago she was making $50,000 a month.
It's insane. So, and she's still getting the rank. She's still getting, she was elite this year. All that's awesome. And I still, even though I say I'm building for income, I still want to be elite. I still want that stuff. I'm still going to push for it. But in the long term, my fiance is retiring in October. We want to hit a certain amount every week consistently by then. So even though rank's awesome, I'm I want to build multiple 2 stars right now. That's my goal, is for my diamonds to hit 2, their diamonds, working super deep. I have one of my best coaches is 6 levels deep, and I treat him like my PS, and so watch that video. I haven't watched it yet, but my success.
Oh my God, it's life-changing. It's business-changing. I watched it and then watched it again. It is so inspirational. Chelsea Pearson's video. Yeah, she just skipped
it on YouTube.
Yes. It's what's it
called?
called?
I posted it in the chat.
You posted the video?
Yeah, I just clicked on it. It's 1 hour and 7 minutes long.
And worked every second of it and watched it again.
Yeah.
It's going to confirm, Sandra, exactly what you're doing. It is absolute confirmation that you're doing the right thing. Put it that way.
Yeah, I would love if you guys could post it in the group. That would be great.
It's in the chat.
She gives such good advice. She gives such good advice. It's just amazing advice. And she did it the right way. And you know what? Even though she wasn't 15-star, everybody knew who she was. I mean, she was still a famous coach because she was running her business the right way.
Well, I don't know if you guys are in the group, The Wall.
Yeah.
Andrea Crowder had posted that post about, volume being down, and it went like wildfire. And then Jeff Hill posted. And, I do agree that we all need to get back to the basics. We all need to focus on getting quality coaches and not just worrying about rank. But I feel like they also need to do, it is also, they need to maybe change the qualifications for elite.
100%.
Because I'm telling you, that's what made me crazy. I missed elite, you guys, by 11 points or something. And to be honest with you, I'm not looking forward to Summit at all. And it's going to be hard. And as much as that should not bother me, and it bothers me.
I missed it too. I missed it by like 13 points. And when I went to New Leaders Conference, because I went, last year it was September, I was 2-star, November, I was 5-star. So it was my New Leaders Conference in January. And we sat down, and in front of us were all these tables that had reserved for elite on top. And I'm telling you, that obsessed me to the point where it was not good. And my friend took one home for me, and I have it in my office sitting there, because that bothered me. Ridiculously bothers me. It bothers me that I will not be going to the elite party at Summit. When they're on the wall talking about their elite gifts, I didn't get it, and I had 5-star.
And that's the thing, is that 5-star, it almost made me feel like 5-star meant nothing. If you weren't 5-star elite, 5-star meant nothing. And so I talked a lot to this about my upline coach. Jeff Pearson was my corporate mentor. Honestly, and it had a lot to do with really not being knowledgeable about elite. And
what bugs me the most about elite is none of your coaches before this year matter. So like I signed up in I think November of 2013. So my coach didn't really give me attention because I was already the year before. You know what I mean? And I think that's so silly. And we're all talking about the importance of this business and building, and it's deep. And that's not how you get elite. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely.
It's so much easier to get elite your first few years. And what's killing me is all of my coaches are taking off now. My Success Club base would be great if it wasn't just 2016.
Yes, 100%. So they're rewarding us. That post was amazing in the wall. And they are rewarding us for the wrong behaviors.
I mean, I get it. They want to reward the people that are constantly working, because the problem is, if you have rock stars that are building, you can step away and just keep getting elite. So there has to be an in-between. I get it, but...
Yeah, but, there's also those people that do everything and anything to get that. And then as soon as they get it, they lose it. So,
yeah,
definitely.
The drop-off rate in January from 5-star is apparently huge. So everybody's 5-star in December, and then in January, nobody's 5-star.
We're less than a minute. I just want to let you guys know. I don't know if you see that too.
Yep, we see that. So we'll go ahead and wrap up this call, guys. I feel like this was a good session. Let's all take a deep breath. This is good. This was good. This is therapeutic. It's good. We're all in this together. Great conversation. And yes, I'll add my 30 seconds here to this. Of you are going to see changes. You're right. That post, that we are fully aware of what promotions are out there and what behaviors that drives, and we want to make sure that we love everybody, no matter who you are, where you are. You're a coach. You're changing your life. You're helping people change lives, and we love you as well. So great call, Sandra. Thanks for leading the discussion. These are my favorite types of calls where everybody participates. Let's go have an awesome weekend, guys. July. Make it a point to do something July 4th weekend. Too many days are going to go by if we just sit back. Do something, have your team do something, set goals and accomplish them, and let's start off July right. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Thank you.
See you guys next week.
Bye, guys.